So, hello YouTube, it's me, Trade Apocalypse. Okay, so now, I don't know if it did capture some of the stuff. I don't know if it didn't. That sucks. What am I doing besides standing here? I actually am bringing up the website Trove because I saw what's coming out earlier tomorrow or today. So later today, there will be a patch. It's gonna be a big patch. And well, not really big. I'm over exaggerating. It's going to be another patch. It's going to be another update. They always do a Tuesday update, bringing content or events into the thing. And one of the content they're bringing is none other than the market. And there's a bunch of other stuff I'm going to talk about when I actually get to the thing, because it was all announced in a live stream. So, good stuff. I didn't watch live stream because I think it's usually around the time that I'm either asleep, busy, or I just don't really have that in my schedule. Which is kind of a shame because, they do pretty good live streams, I think. Well, I don't know. I think I've seen only like their live stream once, and it was just kind of like, okay, I'm gonna give me some free health. Oh, never mind, that was a waste. So besides loading and glitching down, I did take a look at their. Ooh, they did actually have a patch note for Glim, so that's kind of interesting. What else do they have? There's a summary of what they're gonna add, and I actually saw that. So in a live stream summary, they talked about they're actually adding the marketplace, which is I'm thinking. That's beautiful. I'm glad it is making me cry because I am glad they are adding the marketplace. This is a game that really you needed the marketplace. Not because you don't really need it, but it's unless you want constant spam, you want it, because this is a game that there is a lot of spam for people trying to get that. You're still gonna have that trade and all that, but it's pretty bad when you're trying to sell items and all that, and it's going through general chat. It's going to not general, global, that's what it's called. It's going through global, it's going through all that fun stuff. And they're like, well, we got trade chat, but no one's gonna ever use trade chat because you got global chat. And you don't get that straight off. People are just, I don't even go to trade chat because there's nothing to trade. And when I want to trade something, I can just go and bother people, get a higher chance on global. And that's one of the major things. The marketplace is going to be cool because there is no currency. Now, I haven't really took a look into the marketplace, but apparently on Tuesday, you have to be mastery level 10 to use it, and you access it by pressing U. Which you can get to mastery level 10 pretty darn fast. It isn't that hard. At least I believe it isn't. I'm mastery 141. So you have to be playing a little bit of the game, and that's fine. I need to find the saloon mayor wherever he is. Meanwhile, I'm talking about this. This is actually something exciting. I wanted, when I took a look at some of the commentary, I was kind of like, okay, cool, they're adding some cool stuff. Finally. No, not finally, but it was kind of like, okay, I'm a little elated on seeing some neat stuff being added to Trove. Because I love Trove. I am really addicted to playing this game every day, given the chance, I will just love playing this game. I just enjoy this game. This is a fun game to me. And also, I will also be playing Rift. I'm gonna also try Rift, and I'm gonna do PvP. I'm gonna try leveling up two ways. I'm gonna do PvP in one character, and I'm gonna do PvE in another. And then there's another MMO I want to try. That's Star Wars: The Old Republic, and that is because I just want to try that. I need my shield. Oh, the dust died. Never mind. And to be honest, it was actually something that I kind of, when I was looking at Oh, let me go on to the list. So you have to go through. Once you do that, you'll be able to unlock up to 3 pages of 6 slots. Equipment will not be able to be put up in the marketplace until later on development and how the marketplace affects the economy. I I thought that they were going to do that because honestly, why? Majority of it is randomized, and I'd rather not them actually add equipment rather than actually add the materials because you're gonna have a lot of purples, greens, blues, in every single poop item. Or it might be good, but it's going to be overpriced or whatever. I don't know how it's going to be. It's going to be. I think it's going to be unfun in my case. Reason being, uh, it reminds me of Diablo 3. When Diablo 3 had the auctioneer house, so that's a downside. Now the thing about Diablo 3 was you didn't really have a lot of materials that you collect, and it's majority of it is just items, weapons, and armor and it made actually loot finding unfun. It wasn't, and this is different from Diablo 3 because majority you still have loot finding, but you're mostly going for materials rather than loot. So you're gonna always spend more time getting like once you find the loot, the stats. Once I find let's say maximum health, or you always have maximum health, but let's say attack speed and magic damage or physical damage, I'm gonna have that one item, and then I'm just gonna keep on forging it because you're not really gonna find higher upgraded items until and if you want to change the stats, the 2 stats, you're going to have to find you're still going to have to find the you're still gonna have to get the mats for it. It's there's not really much to change too. You're not really going to look for. It's not like WoW where you're going to look for higher tier sets or whatever to replace your gear. Really, you're just going to upgrade it. You're going to find the attributes that you want, the style type, and then you're going to spend time just kind of upgrading it slowly. So it's like it's so easy, it's so quick, it's so done. I also have to make sure that I am actually recording my voice. I am recording. Cool. My voice is cool. So that is. I am working on my Ice Age. It's 11th and working on my night. Then Lunar, Lancer, and Gunslinger, LEFT. So that's rubbed. So that's pretty much I have 2 classes now. After I did the Neon Ninja, I was pretty set. I was happy. I'm done. I'm gonna also activate this to get full health. Bam, charge in, slam, 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 charge, swing my sword like I don't just care, charge again, slam, can't slam, I'm sad. But actually I think majority of the time you're just going to end up raiding for gear. I mean, or just doing dungeons or high level stuff, it's not that. But I'm going ahead into that. So what is some of the cool stuff that we're going to deal with? Well, besides the marketplaces, they also have this little challenge for if you do the PTR. It's kind of like a bounty. It's hilarious. I think it's funny that they're doing this. Where if you find a bug or thing, you will get 10,000 or 100 credits for doing that. And I'm just like, okay, that's that's just funny to me. Like, wow. You get paid for just discovering this. That's kind of weird for PTR, but it's kind of nice. I like that. I think that's actually kind of cool. It's weird, but I think it's kind of cool that they're doing it that way. After that, they got Loot Box Karma. That'll be coming out Tuesday. It's a guarantee a rare result after opening 70 of the same boxes. It will count intentionally and across sessions, and it is not naturally rolling a rare, and is box specific. So Chaos Chest, Shaper's Dreams, Shaper's Visions, Trove of Wonders, Shadow Catches, all those wonderful stuff will be. You will have a kind of a stacked effect, so once you get 70, you can get a higher chance of getting a rare. Which is kind of like, okay, but it doesn't, I collect a lot of catches, like, from challenges, dragon catches, which is kind of, it's kind of sad because I don't get a lot of shadow chests, mostly because I don't do a lot of shadow temples. I don't farm that yet, but I will. I still have that chance of farming that stuff after I reach higher levels with my characters. So, oh well. In the meantime, I can still live the dream, or pretend to have a dream. Now, after they still have that little thing. So now they also did a change to the hub. Now it's going to have a Halloween theme. Rare chances is going to be reduced from 2% to 1.5. More rares will be just coming from the loot box karma. Trove of Wonder. This is actually one of those things where I was kind of bleh about, because let's face it, I looked at Trove of Wonder in PTR. I jumped in because I was hearing rumors, and obviously I was confused about the rumors because it didn't make sense. But the Trove of Wonders in the PTR is, I went in there, and it was one of those things where I was kind of confused and disappointed. What the Trove of Wonders is an late game, end game type deal where you would spend, if you have a lot of flux, you have like 9,999, you have the cap number, you will have a chance to spend it for chests, which will give you these little artifacts, or it will give you, there's a chance that you'll get a mount. And it looks interesting. The mounts seem the most interesting, but that's mostly gathered from the chest itself, and that's something I'm just like bleh about, because I don't really like the chest. I don't like the idea of the chest, but it's cool to get a currency for, you got a currency. It's kind of like the currency that you had to deal with. Oh wow, this is actually under the map. My bad. I thought this would lead to something kind of cool, but it did not. Oh well, let's blast it here. I'm gonna go in the middle. And I looked at it, and let's face it, some of the major things that you get, the vials. I'll take a look at the vials, whatever, vials. I think I got it right. If I say the thing wrong, my bad. But I took a look at the vials, and it wasn't that interesting. It actually was kind of disappointing. I actually opened it up. Oh, the Grim thing, I'm actually looking at that. There actually is a bunch of patch notes, so that's going to be cool. Oh, cool. Now that's going to be cool. Okay, so I'll read the patch notes. But what the vials are is there's a Constance vial, Valorous vial, Vampiric, Evasion, Conjurers, Cresters, and Vial of Unleash Power. I'm totally slaughtering the words. My bad. But anyways, and to be honest, these are kind of cool. It'll increase your. You'll have one charge that when you do a critical hit. You have one that recovers when you defeat an enemy. You have vials that would just kind of. Mostly they seem to recharge. And then you'll have a random one that allows you, if you evade, if you dodge an enemy attack, you will get a chance to gain a random emblem effect. There's also emblems too that they have, and then you have the Conjurers, which will cover if you if you're magic find triggers. So if you have a magic find, you're gonna have that. Oh, this is already done. These are kind of neat. And the last one is a chance to recover a charge when you complete dungeon or lair. That's kind of cool. Okay, this guy I need to kill. Boosh, boosh. Let's go. Boosh. Does he stun? Oh gosh. Boing. Heal. Bam. Come on. You're dead. So, and the last one is Vial of Unleashed Power. Triggers when you have the emblems of when you use your ultimate ability. So that's kind of like me using my shield, it'll trigger, and all that kind of stuff. So how do I feel about this? It's blah. These are like vials that you don't, I use vials. The best vial I've ever used, and I have, is probably the vial I have now, which is the Undying. And why is that the best? It's because if I die, it will instead heal me. It will give me like an extra life. So it doesn't let me die. It just gives me, it's like getting extra life. And it's 15. So really, it's like, why am I going to get these other ones? And this is end game. And practically the vial I have right now is really end game. It's better than the other vials that are just out there, and it's sad, kinda. I just think it's a waste of trying to buy. Unless you're a collector, then yeah, that's fine. But I've never. I mean, I would use it for if I'm really lazy on getting that. But mostly if you're gonna get one-shotted or all that, if you're really you're reckless, you're going to just use the Vial of Undying, because that is the best one. That's gonna keep you alive, and that's just something that was really upsetting to me, because I'm like, if they would have had those plus the effect of the Vial of Undying, then yes, I would say they're beautiful. They were great. Unless they nerf the Vial of Undying, and there's ways just to nerf it, just remove the effect, or just remove it entirely. Then you're gonna have, you're gonna have me complaining, because I'm like, I'd be upset. But that is probably the most I find effective. I just never use anything else. But if I guess if you're going to, I don't know. It's just one of those things I'm just kind of disappointed in, because it's just not it was just not interesting, It's like, if I use this, get my shield back up, health back up, I'm gonna fly out. This is pretty darn easy, man. That night is actually pretty darn easy. It's insane. Actually, I probably should look in the map, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty lost. So another thing was the emblems. The emblems are kind of uninteresting. All attacks become critical hit temporarily, that's actually pretty good. Damage reflection, that's pretty neat. Decoy emblem, that's pretty neat. Mega Miner, that just increases your lanes of mastery, which is pretty bad. I don't know. I'm a high level character, and majority of the time I'm just gonna blow the heck out of stuff. What else is there? There was just some stuff, and then you summon for an ally that would temporarily fight for you, which I'm just thinking, okay, I don't know how to feel about that, because they already have that. They gave you one for mastery, so I don't know if this will do higher damage or what it does. I never really tested it in the PTR, and I might test it, but I don't know. I'll see how it goes. I'm just kind of like blah. You got the ones from the store, and you can get ones from just leveling up your mastery at the near end goal. Actually, I was hoping that they would add more stuff to the mastery, but I haven't checked the actual PTR notes, so I'm gonna check that out after this. I'm actually kind of excited. So, then they have a chance to not to consume, which is a rare chance. So, that was one of the major things they talked about. The other thing from the stream that they talked about was PvP, which I thought was funny because a person's like, they're never going to add PvP. And I'm like, no, they were bound to. I don't know about that person, but I know they were bound to because this game, as I beg them to add PvP, mostly because I can see them act. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't trust trying as much. I have this issue where I don't know. I don't. Trying is not a company I just see eye to eye with. I just like, okay, I enjoy Trove, but I haven't tried any of their other games, and I tried Rift, but I didn't. I'm gonna try it again, and I'm gonna try both, but you're gonna see me complain, because I know I'm gonna complain. I'm always gonna complain about that. It's because I complain about a lot, but there's I don't know. That's probably gonna. Oh, you're gonna hear my list of complaints when I play, so we're gonna have that. But I might enjoy. But I will probably enjoy the PvP if I see something cool. So that'd be kind of cool. Because I love to. When I played Rift's PvP, I enjoyed it. I had fun. I had problems. Oh gosh, but I enjoyed it. I think it was a fun experience. I don't like I haven't tried the PvE, so I can't just say I don't like it. I have to try it. So I do want to try this, but I think this will also balance a lot of the classes that they have. They have a lot of problems with certain classes, such as the Shadow Hunter, and there's some classes that they might actually balance with, like the Lunar Lancer and all that in PvE. So it might be kind of cool. It might actually add more challenge into the game, because of this. Last but not least, they talked about a new class, which is going to be the Month of Battle. That is kind of cool. Giant pumpkins will be in the thing, which will have candy corn, and you can use that for recipes. Neat. And the underground update, where they're going to add a realm for similar to the Sky Realm, but it's going to be underground. So it's pretty much like Minecraft's little underground thing. I need to look at the map again because I'm flying around. I don't like flying around. It's bad. Okay, so that's a scroll. Probably I haven't done these two. So that's kind of stuff. Okay, so the new stuff they're adding. This is patch. This is actually the patch coming out. So they added the PV thing. They had the Trove that's available one stack of. It's available with one stack of thing, and you go to the Merchant of Marvels on the Golden Ship of Ender and Treasure Isles. So these are random places and all that. I actually have to read this without being able to jump, trying to direct myself. So that's kind of okay. I'm gonna go over here and just. Oh my gosh. This is gonna lower the attack. Actually, I'm gonna look at the some of the stuff. So it's gonna be kind of cool. Because it looks like they replaced knockback, which is something that is really good. I think that's gonna be really good that they replaced it from the glance. But they added that. This will add. These are now they have rings and mounts. These are in the boxes. This is where I was thinking this is kind of cool because I thought you actually can go into find these in the boxes. There were also. Oh man, that's kind of cool. Well, no, actually, that's kind of. Oh, they did say that. I hate that. Okay, so they have you have these mounts that you can get through the boxes, rings too. And for this week, you'll get 2 dragons souls for your first challenge of the day. For the next week, you'll get extra Sky Realm rewards and increase drop rates for Nimbus mounts. So you get 2 dragon souls. Instead of 1, and if you have that, that's kind of whatever. They didn't say 2 dragons. That's what the person said. For Shadow Weave, they have the hub change, and the revival of Autumn Pandas will give 3 candy corn. Critical hit, it replaces knockback and determines how often you can land a critical hit. Critical damage is a new stat that just adds. Everyone knows about critical damage. Everyone knows about critical hits. Basically, if you don't, critical hit is the chance to land a critical strike, and this is in every game. And critical damage is basically the amount. It's a multiplier. The amount of damage you can land. This is the newest thing. Most damage classes will always love critical damage. It's beautiful. If you get a critical damage, it's just landing at is so sweet. I think there are certain games that I'd love landing critical damages. Using the Adventure Crafting Bench, you have a full stack of flux and the Mega Tank flux. Mega Tanks can convert back to full flux and thing, blah blah. Trading Post, Community Chests, and they require now Mastery rank 5 to use. So they now added a leveling, so you can't go straight off the bat. I already did that. You can't go straight off the bat of just using it because you feel that you're right to. No, now you have to actually be a master. You have to have the mastery of doing that, which is easy to do. What else is there? They have trading. They require that Shadow Catch Shape Dreams will now all build up rare, and you get that. So that's what I said before. That's the little rarity type deal. Now Club World's logs will now show that now 10 blocks are destroyed in Club Worlds. Shadow Tower's floors now have 3 arenas, then the boss, down from 4, which is kind of cool because I didn't like having the 3 arenas. Dragon Mount projectiles have now a longer cooldown, so you can no longer do this. So it's going to have a longer... You can't spam it. Sad face. Trove Store, they added the big deal. So basically it's how do I put it? It's a sale. That's it. It's a sale. They lowered the thing. Oh no, it added a big deal with sometimes show $29.99 that includes credits and big piles and that. It's so sale. Whatever. I don't really care for that. Let's see, because I'm not really buying anything from this. It's like, well, you should support them. You like this game. I would. But the thing about this is that I will, the major support thing that I would probably get is the skins, and that's it. It's just that you have certain skins, and that's probably would make the game, my game, play a little more interesting than looking like the knight. But that brings like one of those issues where you're kind of just. Also, I'm gonna get if they unlock that new class, I'm gonna try it out. I'm also excited for the PvP, which I will tell you about the PvP. The PvP is supposed to be a 4v4 capture the flag, and they will announce more information probably to it. They're gonna do something kind of cool with it, and I'm excited for that. I actually do want. I said that I do want PvP in this game, so that's kind of cool. I'm really excited. You can tell I'm like hugely excited. But all I know from PvP, this is the exact information that you probably want to know. From what they said is that it's not going to. You're not going to be counted through your equipment, but just your character levels. So if you're level 1, your chances are you're going to. You're not going to do well in PvP. You're probably going to be. Who knows? I don't know if they're going to have low levels to compete. But chances are 20s versus 20. And it's going to be, it says it's going to be capture the flag. So that's going to be cool. There's a lot of PvP I think they could add to this game than just capture the flag. But that's something that I think WoW did, which was capture the flag. Warsong Gulch. So that's something that I think is funny to me. But, oh yeah, and they also have tentacles are like 90% off on the Trove store. Invaders to Uber 5 will always drop a tentacle. When invaders move 6, they drop 2. Well, that's what I was thinking. Oh man, they're adding 2 dragons. No, they're adding 2 dragon souls. That's different. They did that before. That's when they were switching off from whatchamacallit. When they were switching off from one dragon to another, from this dragon to the fairy dragon, and I don't mind because I just farmed the crap out of the. Like I got the fairy dragon, and it's been a while, and I really just need the dragon coins now for me to advance. Oh shoot, that guy's here. Ugh. Come on, who's your daddy? Ugh. Let's play. Yeah, yeah. Oh shoot. Yeah, you better run. Yeah. Yeah, I got health back for that. He gave me a orange item. I'm sad about that. So I guess you have to get U5. You'll get to drop the tentacles. Looks like they changed that from this. I'm excited for the critical hit and critical damage and that replacing the knockback stat because knockback wasn't that great. It wasn't. It actually is kind of annoying. In a way, you don't want enemies to go away from you, and you don't want, and it's like, why would you get it's a stat that, why would you want to get this? Ideally, I don't know where they're gonna place a lot, and I'm kind of like, I don't know if I'm gonna have to replace some of my armor because of that. Because I don't have knockback. I have, I don't know which item has knockback. I have to check the stats, the tributes, if they're changing it. So, whatever. I'm still excited. Still cool. Still cool that they replaced knockback. But, like I said, the PvP is gonna be rad of all time. PvE is not really. See, the thing about PvE is that it's fun, but PvE is like I'm not even much of a PvP freak. I actually can dread PvP as much as PvE. I didn't like in World of Warcraft PvPing a lot. I didn't like PvP. I don't like PvP world realms. I mean, I can if you can convert my. I don't like leveling in them. Mostly because once the high levels come in, they ruin the fun. I mean, when you're high levels, it's going to be fun. But when the higher levels come in, the fun kind of just dwindles. Because you always end up watching your back, and it's kind of boring. It's kind of annoying. So, I don't know. I'm excited. I'm excited for that. I want to also see the maps that they do. I hope they do. Well, I'm hesitant about player custom maps because it could be good actually. This is my opinion. It could be good. Forge from Halo maps, Forge mode came up with a lot of cool concepts, a lot of cool ideas, and it'll be kind of cool seeing if Trove developers actually go in and get inspired by these ideas, because there are a lot of cool ideas with that, and like one of the major games I played, and I'm going to talk about a lot of PvP, because one of the major games I enjoyed playing was Spiral Knights, and I actually enjoyed the PvP, kinda. See, the thing I didn't enjoy about PvP is that overall the PvE should have a little bit bend to the PvP, and they should have been more towards making the guns fun, better, balanced. It should actually be bended towards both sides. Because, for example, I think one of the guns I hated that they changed was this one gun where it allows you to dot poison on the enemy, and you can explode them. But the issue I had about it is that they nerfed it so like they made the basic attack of it. Like you have to charge the attack, and the charge attack will give you I can't remember what it's called, but it will give you a. And I'm talking about Spiral Knights. It will give you a kind of like a dot, and this dot doesn't do damage, which that'd be kind of cool if it did. It would be overpowering. I don't know how about you, but maybe it depends on how bad the damage is. But one of the major things was it had a dot. It had this little kind of dot. I mean, it's not a dot. It's just a debuff. Well, not really a debuff. It just has this orb that follows you. Like it circles around. And what this is it's a kind of charge. And if you can stack as many orbs, they don't have a limit, but you can stack a huge amount of orbs onto this. But you have to do a basic attack, which is by far really slow. You left click and it'll just shoot a small little bolt. And if it lands a hit, how many charges that person has will explode, dealing damage around the enemy, around him, and I believe it also poisons them. And poisons in that game, what it does is it doesn't do damage over time, but it allows you to. They're not able to heal, so which is kind of pointless because you didn't have any. In PvP that's useless. In PvE it's useful because you had monsters that heal. PvP you don't have monster things. There was a lot of things I'll discuss about Spiral Knights. There's a lot of things that I like, but it irks the crap out of me. And that is what I think is. It was a good game, but it was one of the things that it could have done better. It could have had a lot more fun stuff to it. It has a fun PvP, and I think, oh my gosh, if Trove can do PvP like Happy Wars combined with Spiral Knights, Happy Wars is pretty cool. But if they had Happy Wars was neat. That was a good game, but a lot of issues too. Not every game is perfect, yes, but my issues with Happy Wars is completely different. I'm getting off the subject control, but yeah, I want, and what was Happy Wars? Happy Wars, you had a bunch of players. You had about, I guess, 12 to 13. It is adorable. It is one of those adorablest games I've ever played. And that's what really was like a kind of selling point with it. Was the game was adorable. It was fun. I actually think I've played it. I streamed it. I played with a friend. It is fun, but it has some balancing issues. That makes it so unfun. It has I can say that if you want to play it basic, it's great. Issues that I hated about it, the game was, oh cool, now I can do that after I do this. And I can play the Neon Ninja or the Dracolite. That's gonna be cool. I'm gonna be done with this in like 5 seconds. So that's gonna be cool. I'm almost close to a level 2. I'm almost about to die. That's even cooler. Let's bubble up and heal. Whoa, man, there's just a lot of these guys. Let's kill them. Boing, boing, boing. Oh, man, I missed. Oof. Boing, 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 boing. I kind of am excited for like I said, I'm excited for what they're going to add to this. So that's going to be kind of cool. I'm now rank 142. So now I'm going to retreat. I'm going to go back to the thing. And I'm going to get me another catch, which is kind of cool. I'm going to be able to... Oh, look. It's my thing. This guild. That's completely useless. Because it doesn't have U4 or 5. Shame on them. Not really. No shaming, but... Oh, why is it on top? I hate that. This game likes to switch my things. I usually have one punch on top, and it loves to switch it. I can actually do this. This is actually a thing I can actually do now. Oh, no, wait. I could always do E4. I thought it was E5. Nope, my character is level 20, so he's unable to do that. My Gunslinger, on the other hand, is a level 15. He's level 15, he's level 14. Darn it. So that sucks. My Lunar Lantern, could he do this? Whoop. Yep, he can actually do that. He's level 18. And who was I going for? I was going for the Neon Ninja. It's been a while since I played the dude. So we're gonna go up and we're gonna do this. Boop, 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 boom. Actually, I'm kind of excited. I can't wait until they add more dragons. And I can't wait until they try to resurrect some of these dragons that they have. Oh no, they don't have a Fae. It's actually kind of hard talking while trying to play this game. Okay, so what do we have here? We have another terrible area. So we're going to go over here. So what do we have? We have like one Fae area. This will probably complete my... You know, if I do one, it'll probably complete my thing. Well, this is U5, so... Yeah, this one would probably... This is terrible. Never mind. I'm going back. I'm going to go find a different world. Okay, so... Okay, so this expansion, I still think that was funny. I don't know why they... He said dragon. I thought he meant... He probably read dragon wrong. It says 2 dragon souls for your first challenge, so... That's something. I'm sorry, but... I don't know. It was one of the general chat, and they were talking about that. I was like, 2 dragons, man. That's... Like, what? Maybe I didn't see souls, but... 2 dragons is a lot. Back to back, I mean, it's cool, but I don't like... I wouldn't want to farm 2 dragons. I don't know. It's just one of those things. I don't want to... So... I'm going to be sad. I'm going to collect all these red orbs. Blocks. The thing I don't mind about cap levels. Actually, I really... One of the major things, I actually wish this game had simplistic talents. You know, or I don't mean like talents like what game that I could think of. Trying to think of the name of the game. What's the name of the game? It is like how there was a game that Cube World. There was a Cube World had some interesting talent. I am gonna die because I totally have the least health and I'm just a terrible DPS. Whoopie woo! I gotta go on my roof. That's gonna be fun. Hate going on my roof. Ah! Hate it. I hate climbing my roof. Oh man, that's gonna suck. Why do I hate it? Because the roof is a terrible, terrible, terrible. I don't know. Well, it's me being scared of heights. That's the reason I don't like the roof. I have a huge, terrible scare of heights. But, it's all cool. And also we have one of those step ladders, so it's like flimsy and all that, and it's like, ah. So it's like my fears, plus climbing up, plus I have like the most silkiest... Oh, I had like the most silkiest back boxers, I remember that. And it was like, it felt really like you're slipping down. And I'm like, oh man, I have like no climb to it. So it made me like, Also, I end up like scarring my feet because I wear shorts. So I'm gonna have to wear jeans, probably. But I have like... It's not even that high either. It's really short. I don't know. I just don't like it. I have this terrible fear. I just hate it. Hate it. Boing. I wish I could, in this thing, I wish I could have the, whatchamacallit? The shield. If I hit a health thing, I can get the shield. That's what I think the biggest problem with the PvP is the actual feature they had, which was the flasks. Because you got this is me being a PvPer, okay? And here I can tell you what I'm going to complain about. If they had the flasks, there's the emblems. The emblems are going to be really tough. The classes that you're going to have to deal with are going to be really annoying. For example, the Burma Ranger's ability to pull out the chickens will tear the crap out of players. That's bad. That's good if you're playing a Burma Ranger. But you know, you also got the heal thing. That's kind of cool. But the classes that I think you're gonna have a sniper class, which is gonna be none other than whatchamacallit? I'm trying to think of the name. Oh, we didn't even get that. I think it also sucks that you have to go invisible, and then you get the throwing stars, which is you have to also aim it. So you have to hack and slash, and you have to pause, and then auto aim it. So it's like, ugh, and that's where you throw the stars. So it's like, okay, I'm already done with this, so I can go back to that. I'm already done with that. So that's one of those major things. I'm kind of like, I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm already having like 3 dreaded things happening to me. I gotta go on the roof. Hate that. I'm gonna hate the... I'm hoping that when they do that, they're gonna have a balancement with all the classes. Like the Shadow Hunter, because I like the trap, so I like this. You can shoot. A lot of people don't know that. You can go up and like use your radiant shot as a way to auto shoot. His ultimate, I feel like that should just overpower. Okay, this is what I think they should have done with the class. The Shadow Hunter has the ability to randomly choose a target, but I also think they should have had it so that when you kind of auto attack, because look how slow this is. After 3 shots, they should have added a hunter's mark on the target, allowing you to deal additional damage to Radiant Shot. Now, ideally, Radiant Shot is a charge ability, and you can charge it up and snipe the target. But it doesn't do a lot of damage. I think they should boost that damage up, but they also should keep the idea of having Radiant Shot be a more because it's like a more automatic machine gun. Because you can rapid fire. That's it. It's more of rapid fire ability, which is kind of neat. So you can go like that and shoot the enemies that way. I also think they should had an ability to regenerate energy while shooting, making it a lot more fun, a lot more easy, and a lot more crazy to do certain abilities. Because traps are kind of useful, but once you throw a trap, you're going to have to walk around. I think this is what makes it kind of boring and bland, because energy does not regenerate if you throw a trap. You can't. Jumping like this will cause you to not gain energy, so you have to land down to get that energy. That is kind of irritating, annoying, terrible, boring, stale. I like jumping. Well, maybe it's because I love jumping, but I think it's because players love jumping away from targets and shooting, and being able to do that is kind of cool. I do think if you were in PvP, if you're a melee character, you could chain enemies from jumping. So they can do like hops, but they can't jump high enough, which is something that does that. Now for classes like the Lunar Lancer, I think the stun is something that might be the M4 or the first ability, the slice, that can stun a target. That's kind of somewhat balanced, but you want to know, you want to keep yourself away from the Lunar Lancer. You also got to be careful about his ultimate ability, which shoots down a thing and does AoE if you stand near it. It also increases the attack damage. That's something that you're going to learn to keep away. It pretty much allows the Lunar Lancer to be a kind of zoner. So you're going to keep your distance away. Now for the charge, I'd actually wish they would throw that. You would have the ability to throw, and if you charge at an enemy, it hits them and stuns them. That would be kind of neat too. It allows a kind of unique ability for that. That's my PvP tips. For the Tomb Raiser, the Tomb Raiser is pretty damn balanced. I mean, he's a summoner. He's the necromancer. He's able to summon skeletons, and you can probably tear them apart. Actually, that might be the major downside of it. But I also think it would be kind of cool if he can heal allies. But no, I think it would actually, if he did that, it would be way overpowered. A lot of Tomb Raisers would be born, because you could probably keep everyone alive with the whole Tomb Raiser army going down. There would be raids, all that. So, but you can't heal the Tomb Raiser. That would probably be something. But I don't know. I can't really say anything. The skeletons can hit you. Like I said, the biggest thing they should do is if you have stats that increases your jump, it probably should be grounded. They probably are going to have it so that I don't know how stats are. They stated that stats will be kind of no equipment advantages. So it'd be their class level, meaning no equipment advantages. So yeah, so it might not increase damage or whatever, but I still think, energy and all that would be kind of cool. Because you do need that. But like I said, and this class, I can't say anything that's bad about it. We'll see. PvP wise, I can't see much to it, so no, that's nothing that we can say. Boomeranger bombs is one of those things. I think they should have the ability to throw bombs and use the bomb as a way to stun, or change the urn and have the ability to have scatter bombs to be part of the bomb itself. The Boomeranger thing, I don't think it should have the stun, but it would be kind of neat to have the Boomeranger throw down a bomb in the mid of their rotations and be able to deal with that. Now I also think that they also, you throw that explodes, it does radius damage. So that'd be kind of cool. I also think that the bow needs to be fixed as well. And I think it should be more of a kind of cone shot rather than just single target, or just buff up the damage with the actual bow, because the bow needs to be a little bit stronger than the melee, because majority of the people are going for melee rather than bow. Hence, melee is better. Because look at that AoE, whoosh! The bow isn't that great. Pirate Captain, I think would be kind of cool if you actually had it where radius comes into play. So if you shoot closer to an enemy, it should be like a shotgun blast, so you deal damage. Now he is great for dealing, I think the good part about him is he is great for, I'm trying to think. For PvP wise, I think he is a great zoner, especially his ultimate will do a huge major blast damage. And the thing about it is that his ability to throw down both the pirate and throw down the ability to have, shooting players would be a great way to get coins, but throwing down But being able to throw down the captain, those first mate characters, would be wonderful, because then you are, if he hugs around those, if you can keep a pirate captain away from those, that's great. But if you can keep the pirate captain, like if you put those down melee characters, and it would probably do a lot of damage for those melee characters, and you would probably zone them in, and they'll be kind of having to deal with damage for those. It'd be interesting. It would be quickly. They'll be one of the major things that keep melee characters from being destroyed. But that's the thing. These are now we're gonna deal with the four melee. Well, I wouldn't say that Draculite is a melee character, but we're gonna deal with the close range characters. Because it's like, well, the Draculite is practically not a range character. He will not be able to shoot. He is really close range, and he can only blast an ally close to him. So I would put him in melee range. Ice Age has that cool. I won't dive into melee, but Ice Age will have that cool thing where you can shoot and slow enemies down. But I do think they really need to raise the radius of these icicles than just 2 blocks. Come on. I think also it should be that if they hit you with a freezing thing, should do critical damage. But that might be overpowered, but I think that should be kind of neat, since you're gonna have to target, less damage with the small ranged ability and more damage towards this ability, which would require a lot of energy. Shield is also a good thing, but I can think that most classes can tear away his shield, making this. It's like, well, it increases your haste. Well, this should be your major concept, not this. This should be a secondary. This should be a thing that is used to deal damage, weaken and improve this, rather than just you're going to increase that. And then you have the ultimate, which freezes enemies and allows you to spam. That's my opinion for the Ice Lancer. Candy Barbarian. Candy Barbarian has a good charge, the ability that spawns, and if you attack him, he is crazy with that. He also can do a huge slice, and more attacking him makes him more of a brute. He is crazy with you want to keep a major distance with him, in my opinion. Even though the PvP isn't out, I know directly, and he has the ability to really keep control of his enemies. But I feel like if he's not really charging into battles, and you have characters like the Shadow Hunter keeping him in line, or other rangers, like the Ice Age can probably keep him in line. The Candy Barbarian will suffer, but if he's teamed up with classes like the Lunar Lancer, who can stun, and if he has that ability, then it'll be good. I think the Candy Barbarian in PvP may have a little bad chances, but that's only because I think it should be more boast to his energy. So he should be more slashy, more crazy than what it is. But I think emblems would be changing that. Neon Ninja, major issues with the Neon Ninja is the fact that I think it should have the ability to go invisible is cool, and I think it should have a critical effect if he strikes you from behind. I also think the idea of throwing ninja stars and the invisibility thing is dumb, and I think it should have been more of a chance on deal where if he stacks up, it just automatically does it. The charge ability is kind of annoying because when you charge, this is a charge, bam, the enemies right here that are affected. Like I'm gonna put these blocks here, this here, boop, boop. These are 2 enemies, okay? I charge in, bam. I am stuck with these 2 enemies being stunned, and they can hit me, and it's gonna be really annoying. So yeah, and I'm also charged behind, so that's now their ultimate needs to be readjusted to be more interesting, because the laser beam keeps them in stasis. It's like, really? This guy should be in front lines dealing damage, and I think the stasis part should have been either more increased damage or more of that. And it's like, well, it's supposed to be like Legend of Zelda. It doesn't fit his style. He could be more of a rogue assassin, crazy melee swinging maniac, because that is what he is, a melee swinging samurai maniac that just throws ninja stars and that. And I think it would be kind of cool if you actually do the invisibility. You know, you stack up things, go invisible, slice it, but you also can go invisible and throw the ninja stars. But I also think it should have that. I don't know. And you know, you have something like that. Or charge it, you can go behind the target, you know, being able to slice the targets, go invisible, you know, charge, go invisible, and then go behind the target, go invisible, and then strike the target, dealing critical damage. You know, stunning it and dealing critical damage. That would be crazy. You know, the ninja, he is a ninja. He is your fear person in battle. And then his ultimate is the insanity. I don't know. That's what they should be coming up with. I'm not coming up. But I think it should be crazy. I can't think of anything that would have the ultimate be better. I can't. Maybe redesign, or I don't know, something that's kind of cool. Maybe charge the abilities and critically pick you off from effects. You know, if they're stunned, you know, it does more damage to those that are stasis. So it's crazy. That's my opinion. Make him crazy. This is a melee that wants to draw blood. He's crazy. He is terrifying. You're going to try to make him what he is. And I think that's like one of those things where I think the pirate captain should be a feared, close range, feared, massive damage dealer. And the Neon Ninja is this huge assassin that just goes crazy on the players. And you want a character that sustains a lot of the damage, i.e. Candy Barbarian. You want a character, or Dracolite, where I think Dracolite should be able to break out when he goes to his dragon form. Throwing down these bombs, I think would be kind of cool. And then they just, you know, these things will heal you. If you have the little cat thing, it heal you. They do damage. And he just blasts his flames and just throws, or they engulf flames, and you can actually just go in. Oops, I actually destroyed that block. Well, you go in, you just blast, and you just go flop. You get the power boost of dealing these. You go up, bam, and you just, you know, you engulf them in flame, and then you deal critical damage with that. That'd be kind of cool. I think I would love if they did that. And just my opinion. So, the Dracolite is kind of pretty balanced. I just think the flame should knock a small little dot damage. So he'll be deadly to deal with, but it does not affect the cat deal. So that's the thing. It'll be like stepping on lava effect. And then you know, as he collects this, you know, he gets the big kaboom thing. He can just engulf, and that critically deals more damage. So, you know, you can get that, and you don't want to stick with the Dracolite, but he's able to break out of stuns through the dragon, and you don't want to deal with the dragon. Obviously, he's going to be like a tank. So it's going to be cool. That would be my ability. The Fey Trickster, my opinion on the Fey Trickster. A, change his teleporter. Or his clone. The clone should be able to shoot and attack. He also, because it's blanks and it creates a dummy, but people are going to notice this person. I'm gonna notice this, and I'm gonna take on this person. Ideally, she does a lot of damage. She's a sniper, so she will be picking off targets from afar, making her very deadly. Especially if she has this kind of character. So you want to be careful about her, and that's my opinion on how that is. So you go boom, boom. See, shooting these will tear these guys apart. So that's something that you wanna. But doesn't have a rate. This has a radius. So let's see. I'm shooting here. See, I can't hit them. So I have to be really close to just land that. I'd have to be someone in radius, and a player would notice and charge at me. So you had that. So I think they should have the clone, and they should have it deal not even a big damage, but a little damage. This will allow them to kind of act like a small turret that lasts for a little bit. it would give you a reason to hit, and meanwhile you can pick them and do that. So it allows you to blink off, and you can recover and just shoot the enemy while doing that. And this, giving this bonus damage, that'd be kind of neat. Or jump. And then the staffs, I think they should act like more. You can set them down. So you have like 3. They should change the M5 to have staffs be able to be set down, kind of like totems, where you throw down a totem, thug, 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 in 3 different areas. You can do it that way, and then blink and create a like. You can pretty much ground and zone. This would make. That's what I'm saying. Trove has a lot of cool stuff where it could make PvP so 100% better, and it would be so fun. It would be, and then they add another class, and it would be like changing the meta. It would make it so cool, make it fun. And those are the things my opinion. Gunslinger is a okay class. So you can shoot targets pretty damn fast, and he has the ability of luck shot, which is kind of cool. He also can do a jump that pushes enemies away and jump up and shoot. So he has that kind of deal. I do think it would be kind of neat if you can stun it. That's why I think those should be like semi-small talents, like little talents that fit between the small remaining abilities that they have. Like, I don't mean like plus stats deal, but similar that you can just choose one. It's kind of like how WoW does their talents. I would love that if they did it that way, so you can just focus and really change the abilities that they have. Just because it'd be kind of cool just to. But if they don't do that, they should have it so this one deals that. I also think, like I said, I think they should have changed the basic so that it could have. If they do PvP talents, they should have it so that if you have pets, you could have the talent that allows you to heal or whatever. Maybe if they do have allow the pets thing, I do think it'd be kind of cool if they had, or allies. That'd be kind of, obviously people are going to choose healing, but it is kind of cool to have the ability to. This guy is be able to gain energy back from shooting, from doing basic attacks. Good. So that'd be kind of cool. And like I said, this class is one of the classes that can go crazy when shooting you. So this is one of the classes. I think balance-wise, this class will go crazy, but I think he can be really picked off by the other classes. So I don't know. I don't know. I can see it being really a madhouse with both gunslingers and all that. So it'd be kind of cool. I don't know which will be overpowered though. The Knight is one of those classes that can charge in. He is one of the dopey classes, but I think he is one of the classes that, nonetheless, he can charge into you and slice you up. But if you buff all the other classes, I can see the Knight being one of the classes that's going to suffer a lot. Unless he has his ultimate pop up frequently from doing charges and all that. That'd be kind of neat to have a balancement where his abilities is charging in, slamming, charging in, and when you do that, it pops up your ultimate. It lowers that cooldown. So that'll be kind of neat just to have a Knight like that. The Knight is a kind of interesting class. I do like the Knight, but I know it's a stale looking class. Look at this class, shoulder pads, all that's so stale. So I do want to see more of that fun stuff. What do I think about anything else? That's just most of everything I can say. The Knight is, like, with all my ideas, all the characters I list, those are practically it. There's not much I can say about these other classes. They all fit PvP pretty well, but those tweaks are needed to kind of make it interesting. Now, am I saying, will it be the biggest, those are the major balances? That should they go into complete those directions? That's debatable. That's based on how Trian wants to deal with it. But in my opinion, I think those would make the classes cool. Now, will they work? I don't know. That's based on how players play the game and how they end up manipulating the battlefield. So that's the thing. Because look at this. This is kind of like you're going berserk on this guy. Now I do kind of wish they actually had a first-person shooter type deal, because it is really challenging just to guess this. Do 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 poof. Do 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 poof. I'm actually dying. Okay, cool. Wait, where is he? Oh, I thought you killed him. Oh no, he just poisons. So, big stuff. Like I said, there's like that's why I think I really am excited for PvP. I think it would make this game a lot more fun. It would make this game really interesting, and I can show you that it would be really kind of interesting just to play this kind of game. You know, just because PvP is a pretty fun stuff. You know, that's kind of neat. And balancement wise, with PvE, it's like, how does that affect PvE? I mean, obviously, you know, this is PvE. Come on. Well, PvE has a lot of. It could actually be a good balance for PvE. Like I said, the balance that has with those things, it actually makes the class kind of fun. I do want to have more fun with the class. So, oh no, I'm charging. That's bad. Charging is bad, because what charging does is it doesn't make me auto attack, and auto attack is great. Bam. I do like the ability to glide, but I think it's terrible because if you glide, you just kind of. I don't know. Here's my opinion about gliding. It's like you have to keep constantly shooting the person. So it is one of those things that I hate because you have to constantly be on the tail of that person, just constantly shooting him to land it. Actually, how much do I have to do? Okay, so I have 19. That's about 14 remaining dungeons I have to do. So that's about not a lot. If I keep doing this, I can probably get probably to the next level, which is 15. And then I can just relax till tomorrow. Then I have to do 20 dungeons for my Lunar Lancer, and then I think I'm just going to do 20, 20, 20. Why 20, 20, 20? Because 20, 20, 20 is it's decent amounts. So it's like, okay. So when will I be playing Rift? When I say I would play like a lot of other games, and I just don't. But I will be playing Rift soon. The thing about it is that I'm going to be just testing the PvP, and it'll be more of me just talking about it. And I'll be honest, I am probably, if you don't like me complaining, you're probably not going to enjoy that stream, because I will complain. I will be the pinnacle of complaining, because it's like maybe I won't. Maybe I'll actually probably have real fun until I reach a certain level, in which I'll not have fun. But I will try to see what would be kind of a cool class that I can play. Usually I play mages. Why mages? Because I think mages are. When you deal with a mage, the first thing that you don't mess with a mage. Why? Because the mage is a character that he has the unpredictable spells. Obviously, a warrior can kick a mage butt by just punching him in the face, but you don't ever want to. In logic-wise, if you have to deal with a guy who can magically create a meteor and land on your face, you don't want to mess with a person that has that power. Or I guess you do. I mean, if you're a good guy, maybe, yeah. But I don't think that most good guys would be like, I'm gonna go punch a mage, because that's probably the chance that a mage would probably do that, because you're pretty much bullying him. So maybe that's But I don't think most mages would be like, I'm going to learn the meteor spell or the Armageddon spell because of that. Yeah. But I don't know. I have to try out the mage. And another reason I don't like warrior classes. Warrior class, there's nothing bad about them. They look interesting, but warriors usually don't interest me. I think I played one, but I usually like to be the lazy person that I am, and yeah, if I do play a warrior, I'd probably just try to be a silly marksman, and then when I find that that's bad, I'm going to end up probably just deleting him. But maybe I'll come up with something. We'll see what happens. Cause I won't be playing builds. I'll just be creating my builds and kind of joking around. It'll be fun. I like building. I like making builds. That's what makes it fun. If you don't follow some person's meta, it's like whatever. Cause then you end up playing their game. And it's like, why am I playing your game when I can pretend to play mine and be cool? I'm not being cool because this guy is totally kicking my butt with his unfair abilities. See, this is actually a reason why I don't think, like, when given the chance of those vials, I don't think that it was great because the death-defying vials are great for me to freaking lay back and just shoot constantly. It makes me be lazy. And nothing's wrong with that. It's just that I don't always want to spend most of my time worrying about my potion usage. I mean, I will actually worry about it. I have 17 potions remaining. Not 17, 11. What did I get 17 from? I have 11 potions remaining, so yeah, that's gonna suck. Shoot. I didn't know that was... Okay, so we're gonna go over here, and I'm gonna shoot. I actually didn't even use my ultimate. So that's actually a downside of me. Just go crazy on this guy. Bam. He's dead. Bam. Nope, it's gone. Yeah, oh yeah, this sucks. So you want to go use the other back entrance. I already did the candy. I did that. Might as well just do the other. No, I already did that fortress. I might go do the desert. Because I only did one and just kind of flew off. How many more do I have to do? I have 9, so I have 10 more to do. That's cool. 10 more. Well, 9 more. Yeah, 9 more. Because I'm really close to... Like, doing this would boost me up to 10. Yeah, you better blast away. Bam! Let's go crazy on these guys. Bam! Bam! Done. That's what I say. I think this class is actually pretty fun. I actually do enjoy the Gunslinger. He is really fun to play as. Really fun compared to a lot of these other classes. Well, actually, no. Some of the other classes are pretty fun. I actually did have fun with the Shadow. I did have fun with the Shadow class, Shadow Hunter. It was like one of the classes that you're like, oh man, I did hate it. But it doesn't mean that I didn't have fun. When I discovered the thing, when I discovered that I could rapid fire, it became fun for me because, it's like, oh man, this is probably something they didn't want, but it's still, it's neato. I want to do it. Boing, poof. Oh gosh. Bam. Okay, I'm gonna blast these guys. So now I got this, and now I'm dealing with this guy, and he's gonna punch me. Oh gosh, I can't do this. Oh, you're cheap, little bitch, aren't you? Boing. Oh gosh, why don't I have energy? You're sick. Damn you. Bam. Eat it. Eat my bullets. He's so cheap. That was so cheap. Hate it. How many close? Yeah, I only have 8 now. So cheap. That upset me. I'm so upset. I'm so angry now. No, really. Oh, I did that. I think I did that. Let's see if I did that tower. Is this one? I did it. It's so demanding. Okay, so this one must be not the worm. It's the town. I hate the town. I hate this town. Because it's so random. It's so terribly random. I hate it. So if it's this waterfall thing, it's gonna be... Nope, not you. Okay, so this is gonna lead to... No. It's gonna lead to the thing. The boss, right? Yeah... No. Yeah, it is. Okay, so I'm gonna cheat this thing out by doing this. Okay, so it does that. Oh no, it's cheaping. It's cheating me out. Bam. Oh, I should just use that. Wait, did I just get fire? How am I getting fire? Oh, he has the fire alignment. You're a monster. Bam. Bam. I still think they need to have an emblem that gives you energy. Bam. Because it per shot energy would be so... It wouldn't be overpowered, it'd just be cool. Bam. Bam. So now that is... Not even that. Oh wait. What was that? I saw a shadow. Yep, I knew it. Bye, orange thing. Wink. Got a big boss. Big boss! Okay, so I need to do 3 of these. No, I already did those, I think. Did I? I don't know. I don't know what I did. Oh, lies. See? I already did this. I didn't do that. So I didn't lie. Okay, I need to get these sold. And... I might do a separate video. I might complain about PvP. Because if they do PvP, there's always the issue where... You know, I might be the person that doesn't know what the heck I'm talking about. Maybe, you know, it will work. Maybe with these broken ideas, it might work. I'm probably going to hate myself, but it's probably going to work. Because I've seen people have fun with Rift PvP, and I do find Rift PvP to be fun. I had fun with certain PvP, you know, deals, as long as it's not broken. Like, I think Happy Wars was fun PvP, but I also think it was like crap. Oh shoot, I forgot. I have these blast things. Can't tell because, you know... Oh, this is the one that just... He's so cheap. So cheap. And I can't tell. Like, I wish they... Okay, this is another thing. Get a buff bar. Get a buff bar. Like, legit. Give me a freaking buff bar. Because it is so hectic just to be able to guess if I have 3 shots or not. This should have been like a buff. Or some effect that allows me to know that I have 3 shots. Something. I think that's what makes it so annoying that they need to have the ability to really indicate what's going on. I know you won't be able to see it because you're... Well, no, you can. If you press B, I can totally just see it. Okay, I'm gonna go full rapid fire. But it would work so well for certain classes like this. Also, I do think that like I said, the Shadow Hunter would be so cool. Shadow Hunter would be really, it's already a rad class. It is a rad, you know, okay, it has some cool concepts, like the ability to be able to see and, you know, random targets. It would, like, randomly target someone. And actually, what I actually thought of was master targeting, where, you know, you can actually, if let's say it randomly targets someone, you do the actual target, you can actually get bonus damage on that, where it does normal damage to the other targets that it randomly does, or you can actually activate, because that's random chance on event type deal, or you can actually have it so that you know, or no, what was I thinking? I was thinking you could have it so that it does a random, but you have your normal shot. But when you use your ultimate, it overcharges it, making that the certain targets that already been marked, like extremely marked, so you deal critical damage to them. So that would be neat. That'd be kind of scary to deal with a hunter that does, you know, it makes the ultimate kind of just crazy. If you charge up your radiant shot, it just does crazy stuff. So. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay, cool, thank you. I was about to fall. Oh, he did fall. Son of a bitch. Where did he fall to? Okay, you fell down here. Can't tell, so I'm gonna shoot this. I'm gonna get a bonus. He teleported me out, so I got a bonus there. I'm gonna just try to reach level 15 with this guy, and I'm kind of done. And then after that, I'm gonna have to level up my other characters. So it's gonna be really irritating, because I don't like to level up my other. Well, not really. No, I do like leveling up my other characters. I just don't like. Okay, let's see. Where am I going? I know there's that guy there. Okay, so this is the guy I have to kill. Doink. Boom. Now that you have my ultimate ad, I'm just gonna go crazy on him. I'm just gonna go blasting. I actually want to watch Baby Blues for some reason. I used to watch that when I was a little kid. I used to stay up at night and be like, because I had it on Adult Swim. I'd go up and I'd watch that. I don't know. I like really surreal cartoons. It's like people. I don't know. I like cartoons. I was like, what? It's not crazy. It's not freaky, or it's not random or weird. It's just kind of like a normal thing. I liked it because it was kind of like no one watches it. It's like Dilbert. Actually, I liked watching Dilbert. That's a funny show. I was watching on Netflix, and I actually thought that was kind of. They had some funny parts where they're like, "Oh, you're lowering their paychecks." Well, when they cause a riot, and they had a riot going on, and they just stealing office supplies and all that. It was wonderful. It was like, wow, I love it. It had some good humors. I wanted to have to watch. I wanted to watch more Dilbert, but you know, it's usually rare because like no one really watches Dilbert. So what the heck? But it was a good show. I like the show. Let's see. Alright, well, you can't switch to like a class because you know a certain class would be so useful. Like they're all like you can switch a class and you want to use the ultimate. Like for example, I want to switch to the okay, let's see. I'm gonna jump up here. I'm gonna every time that he does that, I hate the Poison Nova things. They're funny to me because they're like what they remind me of is they remind me in like Diablo 2, where you had monsters that have Poison Nova, and what they do is that they just kind of shoot. But Poison Nova in Diablo 3 was like no kidding. You don't want to deal with creatures with Poison Nova because if they poison you, they deal like tons of damage over time on you. And it was like, gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. So, but in this one, they had like the little Poison Nova. They actually had the little Arcane Beam, and it's kind of adorable to me because it's like, oh yeah, Diablo. Oh gosh, these guys are jumping up. Stop! Oh, you son of a bitch! Okay, come on, come on. Let's do this. Let's do this. Bam! You're dead. I killed you. You're gone. Oh shoot. Bam! You're done. I'm out. See ya, sucker! So now, how much do I have left? I have about 2,000. No, I have 1,000. What am I saying? I'm thinking like 75,000 in my head. So basically, just doing this one thing. I'm done. I'm out. Boop. Out. Done. Finish. And then, what was level my Lunar Lancer? It was like 18. Oh man, that's gonna suck. Well, if I do 20 or 30 for him, I'll probably just rush it. And just bum rush it, you know. I got that. Okay, so this is the evil steam dude. So this would be crazy. Bam. Bam. Oh, he has a you can't jump high ability. So I'm gonna cheat him out. Unless he has that ability that you can't. He brings you to the thing. That sucks. Bam. Bam. I have to like guess if I have it. So I have to guess if I land the thing. See, I wouldn't know about that. Yep, I finally reached level 15. That means, okay, I'm trying to shoot this thing. Yep, got them all. So now 15. Let's see. 15, and this guy is level 18. So he needs. I did like 20 experience. So he'll have 40. It'd be. I'll do another 20, and then I'll do another 20 in the next one. So that'd give me about 1,000. So that'll be good. That'll give me about 10,000 for the start of that one. And then I'll have to do 30, 60, 90. Yeah, I'll be done with it. Well, 30, 60, that's 70. And then I'd have to deal with the thing. I hate it. Too much stuff. Too much. Boom. Heal. I don't know. It's one of those things. I'm just like, bleh. And then I'm done. I'm like, am I done with this game? Probably not. My goal is still set to reach the highest mastery, which is 143. No, it's 200. What the hell are they at 143? That's probably the next couple of levels. I'll get those and then. Shoot! I had to sneeze. But it's like one of those things where I have to go in and. So much stuff. So much stuff. Okay, so I got this. I got a bunch of cool styles. So how close does that make my mastery? I think that's what the major thing is. Like, it was cool when you went from like 2 and you got a few bits. You're like, oh, cool. You got that, and you reach level 5. You got +1 thing. And as you go down, you got like these bonuses stuff, and you're like, whoa, I want this. I want the plus 3% damage. More, more, more. And then you're like 35, you go to 40. You like got your first wings. You're like, oh shoot, man, I got wings now. I want to go to Sky World. Then you got the Flusk. You got the eyes. You just keep going down, and you just like, you got Glacier shards, which doesn't matter because you don't really know what that does. You got Laser Mastery. You start collecting more. You got the Sail Mastery. You're like all -5 now. You get the Cycle. You're like 90, yeah. You got a little, and then you go to 100. You get the Chaos Coin. You're like, yeah, you know what is next. You know, 110. You get the Mastery. Then it kind of goes like these huge space. So it goes like, okay, I got the little dragon. I got that. Whatever. And you got this. You get the little monarch. And then 200, you get the monarch dragon. And you're like, oh. Oh. Please. Just why does it take so long? So why am I storing this up? This will equal, if I feed these stuff, if I feed them, these Shadow level 1 crap, and I get them to Shadow level 2, what it means is that I get, well, I get 2 more, just 1 rank, even rank 0, doesn't matter. If I get these, I will get, these things twice forge, and then I can get, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That will give me 11, and that will rank up all my items to my equipment. And that's the thing, is that you're now gonna have to rank up every equipment to 3. So it'll be now, instead of being level 26 with level 2 items, it would be 27, 28, 29, and then if I was level 20, I'll be 31. And will that be close to reaching 31? I'd be close to reaching, not even that. I'd have to farm for rings, 31, 32, 33. So I'd be even 33. I still wouldn't even reach that. Then you're just mostly gonna end up farming for keys, joining the raid dungeons. You know, it's gonna suck. It's gonna be boring. You know, no one wants to do that. Oh no, I do want to do that, but it's just gonna be one of those things where you're gonna be farming it constantly for that fat loot. That's what it's gonna be all about. It's just constantly farming for that fat loot. Unless you do the thing, but I wouldn't even want to attempt doing. I wouldn't want to attempt doing. Like normal dungeons. I would rather just do the raids. And I think I actually have a lot of keys that I can make. Let me see. I'm gonna go for the adventure thing. Let me go see if I can make a lot of these keys. Shadow Tower. Boop! Let me see how many. Oh, it crashed actually. It didn't even let me see it. It just crashed. It wouldn't even. It was so not ready for that. So downside about that. So I'm gonna look at it again. See if I can get it up and running. It's not even loading. It's not even loading. Oh no, it did load. Come on, load, darn you, load. There we go. It's loading now. We got it. We got it loading. Well, we're gonna see how much keys I get, and then I'm gonna call it for a night because obviously I'm done. I mean, I guess I can do the desert thing. I could do this for one last thing. It'll give me a lot of flux, which is good, 'cause I need that. But let me see how much Shadow Tower I got. 93. I can farm this 93 times. So that's amazing. I had a drink. So 93. So I'll do the Desert Frontier and then end the stream. Because honestly, there's not really much to do. I don't really want to level my character right now. I'll probably end up doing it. I'm too addicted. I'm the guy that really loves. And it's funny because this is actually one of the games where I enjoy leveling. I enjoy leveling characters, and it's gonna be sad because after that, I just end up like this is like a goal. It's like level these characters. You're like, yeah, and then so now after that, it's like okay, now I have to wait for whatever is left. Well, with the new market, that might actually be kind of cool. So, which class was I at? Did I have to do Gunslinger? Gosh, Gunslinger. I don't think you could even enter that. You can't. Pirate Captain can. No, he can't. Oh, what? Pirate Captain can't? What does he have? Shadow rank 1. What the heck? I never updated his? Pop, 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 pop. Pop, 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 pop. Pop, 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 pop. Nope, now he's Shadow rank 2. Bam! Now you can enter. I didn't think I updated him. I think because I leveled too fast, that's why. Nope. I'm out. Nope. Yep. I'm in. You got me. Oh wait, I'm trying to fly over there. Wow. Oh shoot. I forgot I'm not a dragon. The mad streamer. I can't wait for the dragon and all that. That'd be kind of cool. Well, looks like I already complete that. Got those. Okay, so we're gonna go over here. This is really quick. This is like 5 dungeons, or even that. Not even 5 dungeons. 5 layers. Okay, I'm gonna toss another of these. I'm supporting. Oh shoot. I'm supporting again. Actually, I don't even know which is mine. Where's it, please? Like what? Okay, end game goal is to get the thing. Is to get the A, get all the classes. B, it's just get the thing. The vial of unending death. They should have just had that like really hard to get. Well, it is pretty hard to get. You have to play every day, but I was lucky that I got a token thing and was able to actually get that, you know. Because if I didn't get the token, I would have just it would just suck. So I would have actually had to play majority of the time. I still have to play majority of the thing because it's consecutive days. So, oh no. Or there's like I think I still am doing like a daily thing. Whoa, shoot. I don't know. I'll have to check. I would have to fish constantly too. No, I don't want to fish. I forgot about the bonuses. What my ultimate? Okay, so I need like one more. Then I'm done. I think that's what's cool about having all the classes, is that you don't even have to attempt to, you don't even have to attempt to kind of do a lot more than what you should. Like, you got most of the classes. It's like, well, you know what that means? It's like, Don't even have to try half the time. Boop, 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 bam. To do these dragons. You just do them, and then you're like, I'm done, I'm out. Boof, I'm done, I'm out of here. Look, I just flew out. I farted out. Phew. Let me open these things. Open, open, open. Look at that. I got a bunch of flux. Set. Done. Out of here. Woof. Actually, what I haven't even checked my achievements. Oh no, never mind. I crashed. Well, we'll never know. But anyways, that ends my stream. The game didn't even want me to check my achievements. Poof. But oh well, that was fun. I can't wait for the. We'll see what happens in the next patch tomorrow when it comes out, which will be like later on the day. So, fun stuff. But we'll see what happens. Anyways, that's all we have. Thanks for watching. Thanks for actually, I don't know why I'm saying thanks for playing. Thanks for watching. Excited about the patch. Not much big changes. They just had an end game thing, which is not really end game. Whatever. But anyways, adios. Bye.